Welcome to Celestial Zodiac. This is your weekly horoscope for Sunday, January 4th, 2026 to Saturday, January 10th, 2026. This week marks the true energetic beginning of the new year. While the calendar already turned, the energy now starts to move forward in a more deliberate and focused way. You may feel called to reassess your priorities, set realistic intentions, and establish routines that support long-term growth rather than quick results. It's a week for grounding your goals in reality, strengthening boundaries, and building momentum slowly but steadily. By the weekend, clarity replaces hesitation, and you'll feel more confident about the direction you're heading. For Aries, this week asks you to shift from urgency into intention. You may feel eager to prove something to yourself or others as the year begins, but the real growth comes from choosing strategy over speed. Early in the week, a responsibility or goal shows where you need more structure rather than more effort. Midweek brings clarity about where your energy is scattered, allowing you to refocus on what truly matters. By the weekend, you feel calmer, more grounded, and confident that moving slower now will lead to stronger results later. If you are a Taurus, stability and reassurance are key themes for you this week. You may feel a strong desire to solidify plans related to finances, work, or long-term security. Early in the week, you recognize that something in your routine needs simplifying to reduce stress. Midweek conversations bring reassurance that you're on the right path even if progress feels subtle. By Saturday, you feel more centered, patient, and confident in the foundation you're building for the year ahead. Hello Gemini. This week encourages mental clarity and emotional organization. You may feel mentally busy or pulled in multiple directions at first, but slowing down helps you regain focus. Midweek brings an important realization about a commitment, conversation, or relationship that needs clearer boundaries. Adjusting expectations helps reduce unnecessary pressure. By the weekend, your thoughts feel lighter, communication improves, and you feel more in control of your time and energy. Welcome Cancer. Emotional grounding is especially important for you this week. You may feel more sensitive to your surroundings, but this awareness helps you understand what truly supports your well-being. Early in the week, rest or reflection helps you reset emotionally. Midweek brings healing through a meaningful conversation or emotional insight. By Saturday, you feel calmer, more secure, and better equipped to move forward with confidence and emotional clarity. For Leo, this week invites you to reconnect with your confidence in a quieter, more authentic way. You may reflect on goals or roles you've taken on recently and question whether they align with your values. Midweek brings insight that helps you release pressure or unrealistic expectations. Creative energy returns when you stop trying to prove yourself and simply express who you are. By the weekend, you feel more aligned, self-assured, and grounded in your sense of purpose. If you are a Virgo, this is a productive and clarifying week for you, especially around routines, responsibilities, and planning. You may feel motivated to improve how you manage your time or energy. Early in the week, small adjustments make a big difference. Midweek brings a practical breakthrough that simplifies something you've been overthinking. By Saturday, you feel organized, capable, and confident that your efforts are setting the tone for a smoother year ahead. Hello Libra. Balance and boundaries take center stage this week. You may recognize where you've been overextending yourself to keep the peace. Early in the week, a situation prompts you to speak honestly about your needs. Midweek clarity helps you make a decision you've been postponing, especially in relationships or shared responsibilities. By the weekend, you feel more emotionally centered and confident in your ability to create harmony without self-sacrifice. Welcome Scorpio. This week brings emotional clarity and renewed determination. You may recognize a pattern related to control, trust, or emotional intensity that you're ready to change. Early reflection helps you understand what's been holding you back. Midweek insight empowers you to approach a situation with calm confidence rather than force. By Saturday, you feel grounded, focused, and more in control of your emotional and personal direction. For Sagittarius, you're transitioning from reflection into action this week. While you may still be reviewing lessons from the past year, clarity about your next steps emerges. Early in the week, you may feel restless or uncertain, but midweek brings inspiration that helps you refine your goals. This is a good time to focus on what's realistic rather than overextending yourself. By the weekend, you feel hopeful, energized, and ready to move forward with intention. If you are a Capricorn, this week emphasizes structure, responsibility, and emotional maturity as you step more fully into the new year. You may feel pressure to have everything figured out already, but the real work is prioritization rather than perfection. Early in the week, you become aware of where your energy has been stretched too thin between personal obligations and long-term goals. Midweek brings grounding through family matters, personal reflection, or a moment that reminds you why you're building what you're building. You learn that sustainable success requires emotional support as much as discipline. By the weekend, you feel steadier, clearer about your direction, and more confident that slow, intentional progress will take you where you need to go. Hello Aquarius, this week draws your attention toward purpose, authenticity, and long-range vision. You may feel an internal shift early in the week as you question whether your current goals truly reflect who you're becoming. Conversations or insights midweek help you see your future more clearly, especially regarding career direction, community, or creative pursuits. You're being asked to align your plans with your values rather than external expectations. While this may require letting go of an old definition of success, it ultimately brings freedom. By the weekend, you feel mentally clear, inspired, and ready to take intentional steps toward a future that feels uniquely your own. Welcome Pisces, your intuition is especially strong this week, guiding you toward emotional clarity and inner renewal. You may feel more sensitive than usual, but this sensitivity is informative rather than overwhelming. Early in the week, quiet moments or reflection help you process thoughts you've been carrying beneath the surface. Midweek brings reassurance, either through a conversation, a realization, or a feeling of inner peace, that helps ease a lingering concern. You're being encouraged to trust what you sense, even if it doesn't yet make logical sense. By the weekend, you feel emotionally lighter, spiritually grounded, and more confident about the direction unfolding ahead. To conclude, this week supports grounding, clarity, and steady progress as the new year truly begins. By setting realistic intentions and honoring your emotional needs, you create a strong foundation for the months ahead. Move forward with patience and trust. Momentum will build naturally. If you enjoyed this weekly horoscope, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps support the channel and keeps these readings coming every week.